What is going on, guys? We're back here with another video for you today. Today's video is going to be about the fuel tank that's in the back of the truck. I keep getting you guys asking me the same question every time. How did you do it? Where did you get the parts? How did you set it up? How did you run wiring? What did you do with switches? So in this video, I'm not gonna do a how-to because mine is already installed. If I get another job where I have to do this, I will do my best on give me a sec here, I'm still up trying to finish my breakfast. The number one question I keep getting from you guys is, what do you need to purchase? Well, obviously number one, the tank. Now, one thing that you guys have to remember with these tanks, and I don't know if it's a California thing maybe you guys don't have this issue. So every time I buy these tanks, they want the gravity effect. They want to pretty much have it where you open a valve and it's gravity fed into the tank. I don't like that. I like to do it on a switch. That's just my personal preference. That's how I've always done it. So for you guys out there that are trying to do that, you have to remember one thing. When you purchase this RDS tank, the 50 gallon, 55 or 65, whatever it is, and you want to set up how I did, it is not going to work just right out of the box. You need to buy some stuff, and I'm going to show you guys. The number one thing you're going to need to buy is this, let me here, right here. So remember, this is your pickup basically. When you, actually hold on, I got a tank right out here for you. I'll show you an example. You will not have this. You guys will have them both capped when you purchase these tanks. Now, one on your pretty much your first cap or second, it really doesn't matter. You're gonna pull it off, and I usually put a hose here with the fitting. It's just a breather, just to let it breathe a little bit. Your other cap you're gonna take off, and you're gonna have to buy one of these. And this is nothing fancy at all whatsoever. All this is just brake line. That's all this is. It's just a brake line. And I bought all the fittings from Napa. Yes, it's kind of a pain, but this is pretty much the only way, for it to work. For you to, use this as a sump or as a suction. This part right here, you're going to cut it off. You don't need this because it's not going to screw anything. This is just going to go to the bottom of the tank. But now one thing you guys have to remember, I told my buddy to do this before, and he messed up because he cut it perfectly straight and he put it all the way to the tank. Well, obviously if it's straight and you put it down, it's not gonna work. You're not sucking anything. So make sure, measure it, the tank, pretty much how deep. I get as close as you can to the bottom, but make sure when you do cut it, and I know some of you guys are like, yeah, well, no shit, Eddie. Well, guys, not a lot of people understand, nor do they pretty much know. So when you cut it, don't cut it straight, cut it at an angle like this. So when it does sit there, the tip is touching the bottom, and it still allows you to suck the fuel or diesel or whatever you're gonna put in there. So this is one thing you're gonna need. I don't have part numbers for this, I'm sorry, but it's very simple. It's just a brake line with pretty much adapters to adapt into the tank, and then you're just gonna put your hose here. This is going to be your out. So here's one. Step two. You guys ask me if there are any filters, fuel pumps. Yes, so I put a fuel filter. This is it. Just a simple external fuel filter, nothing fancy. It is a Napa Gold part number 3002. I'll show you the box here. And I buy all my stuff from Napa, but you can go anywhere, it doesn't matter. Here you go. Just a fuel filter, 3002. Then you will also need a fuel selector valve, because what happens is when you flip your switch and it starts to pump, if it does not if there's something there that does not stop, that siphon effect or that gravity fed effect is just gonna continue to go. So how I stop that is I get a fuel selector valve. Here's the part number for you guys. 2-2057. And I will put the link in the descriptions. Some of this stuff I know you can get on Amazon. If you can't find it on Amazon, just go to any Napa store or any parts store and you can get it. But if you can't get it on Amazon, I'll put the link in the description for you guys to try to make it easier on you. And how this works pretty much is here's your pump side right here. So now when you blow through here, this side is going to release. This side right here is blocked off. So when this has power, the selector valve in here opens this port right here. And what that does is it sucks it from here, and this part will go to your filler neck or wherever, somewhere in the gas tank. I just tee into the filler neck on the majority of the trucks and let it pump through there. Now when you kill it, this part opens. So now you're wondering, okay, well, fuel's gonna puke out of here. So what I do is I just take hose, whatever size, you know, whichever one you guys get. This is the size I recommend you guys getting. You don't need anything bigger than this. I just put a hose and I put a bolt at the end of it. So here you go. Here's the fuel selector valve right here. So this one right here goes to my tank in the back of the truck. And then this one goes into actually my main tank for the fuel tank. And here is, as you guys can see right there, that's all I do. That stops it. I don't have any leaking problems or any issues at all. Now for the fuel pump, this is the fuel pump that I run. I did get it from Napa. I'm sorry I don't have one in stock here to show you guys the part number. But it's just a simple, you know, generic, nothing crazy, nothing fancy, just a regular fuel pump to pump some fuel. That's all it is. And if you guys have a Duramax, how I did it, let me see if I can get in here for you guys. Okay, so see that? These Duramaxes have caps on it. I popped that cap off. I ran the hose in here, and well, you can't see it. I tucked it back in that corner. You're not gonna be able to see the hose really, but I just brought my hose, popped it out of there, and that fuel filter that you guys saw is pretty much the inline fuel filter. I just put it right here so I can see the fuel. I can see if it's dirty. I can see, you know, if it's plugged or what's the problem. And it's very, very easy to change too. Now for the switches. I buy, as you guys know, always the toggle switches with the lights on it. For my diesel, when you flip the switch, the light lights up green. That lets me know I'm pumping diesel. For my LED lights that are in the grill, when you flip the switch, I have those light up red. And then for my train horn to engage the pump, I light it up blue. So you guys can pick what color you want. But here is where I get them from Napa also. They are made by K4. They're just a toggle switch, regular toggle switch. This is the red one, as you guys can see here. And it also says, yeah, there you go, say it on there, red. And here's the part number, 13-140. I believe all of the red ones, that's the red one, and I think the green is 141 and 142 and so on. But these are the switches that I use. You don't have to use these. This is just what I use. Now let's talk about how I pretty much run everything. So as you guys know, I run them all in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I run them all in there like that. I just run them in here because I don't want any switches here on my dash, and I want it to stay and look clean. So everything is ran here. As you guys see, that's for my train horn. Green, that's for the fuel. And you know, the reds, all the red ones are for my lights. Now it's really easy to pop this off. This just comes right out from here. This whole panel comes out. It's easier. Put your chair all the way back and this whole thing will come out. And how I bring the wires from the outside of the cab to the inside is when you guys pop this off, pull this off. This is just a bunch of clips too right here. Pop it off. And then under the carpet, you guys are going to see there's going to be a hole right here. Or I'm sorry, not a hole, a rubber grommet right here. What I did is I just drilled a little hole and I brought the wire up. And then the wire comes, I don't even know. I hid the wire so good I don't even know where. No, actually, I don't think I came up. I think I brought the wire up from here and I came shot straight across under the carpet. And please, guys, please, please, please make sure. I'm begging you guys, because I have a customer. He did not listen to me. He did it himself, that's fine. You want to do your own work? That's good. You can do your own work. But just make sure, please, 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 put a fuse, an inline fuse or whatever you guys need, some sort of safety in case you get a short or in case something happened. This guy did not listen to me, and this pretty much his wire caught on fire, burnt his hand, and destroyed the inside of his truck. And I asked him, well, I told you, and he's like, well, I didn't know how. So if you guys don't know how to put an inline fuse, ask me. I will try my best to answer the questions and respond back to your guys' comments as fast as I can. You can even Google it. Just look up how to install an inline fuse. It's very, very, very easy. Like I was saying, grommets here, drill a little hole. You can run the wire up and over, or like I did, I just ran it straight across and ran everything in here. That's how you're going to bring it up into the cab. There you have it, guys. If you guys have any more questions about how to install it, comment down below. I will try my best to answer it as best as I can. Or you can DM me on Instagram. I will put my Instagram link down in the description also. My Instagram is DuramaxKing2500. You can DM me on there and I will answer it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching this video. And if you liked the video, click that thumbs up button and don't forget to click subscribe. Thank you guys. Peace.
Yeah.